Well, it's no surprise. Many of us would like to catch more Z's, but some people feel tired all the time. Sleep expert Dr. Raj Dasgupta is here to help us figure out if we need to hit the snooze button or if something more serious is going on here with our tiredness. So, Dr. Raj, this is narcolepsy awareness, and this is one of those things that I've never experienced or seen somebody close to me experience. So talk to me about this. This is a real problem for a lot of people, huh?
Yes, it is, Curtis. And you know what? Thank you for having me. And this is such an important, passionate topic of mine is talk about narcolepsy. But let me just double back. I noticed you said, hey, should we hit the snooze button? Dr. Raj always says, don't hit the snooze button. When you hear that alarm, get out of bed, get exposed to bright light if possible, and start your day. But let's talk about narcolepsy. What is it? Narcolepsy is going to be a disorder that gets undiagnosed, underdiagnosed. Sometimes there's a delay in 10 years in making the correct diagnosis. And my patients experience something called excessive daytime sleepiness. And that is going to be the most debilitating. This is why patients see me. On top of that, I'm here to bust some myths about narcolepsy. People think that people with narcolepsy are sleeping all the time, and that is totally false. In fact, people with narcolepsy have poor sleep at night with multiple awakenings. And to mention some other things, I know before we started filming, we're talking about some things that Hollywood may have said about narcolepsy. There always may be this movie where some with narcolepsy are fainting and their head flops in a bowl of cereal and all their Cheerios are flying everywhere. And that's not what narcolepsy is. That's something called cataplexy, which is strongly associated. But this is something where when you're exposed to intense emotions like laughter or sadness or anger, that you actually will lose muscle tone. And it doesn't have to be fainting into a bowl of cereal. It could just be buckling of the knees, or your hands get weak, or your vision gets blurry. So the take-home message is, Curtis, is that if you suspect narcolepsy, you should go see a sleep physician and make the correct diagnosis. I
love that. I love your tip there about not hitting the snooze button. I'm really good at that. As soon as the alarm goes off, I get up. But I do notice people who deal with that. My question, I'm wondering, the survey that was done, how prevalent is this? How prevalent is this?
Yes.
What did the survey show?
So you know what the key thing is that there's two words I want to talk about. One is going to be tired. The other is excessive daytime sleepiness. So there are 3,000 Americans. This survey is by Jazz Pharmaceuticals, and I'm with Jazz in the sense that I'm here to raise awareness. So we asked these Americans, do you know the difference between these two words? 63% did not. So how do I explain to you, Curtis, what's the difference between being tired and excessive daytime sleepiness? So I have two beautiful kids, and they kept me up last night. So today I'm very, very tired, but I won't sleep on your show. And that's what excessive daytime sleepiness is, this irresistible urge to sleep during a conversation, during work, during school. And that is the hallmark symptom of narcolepsy, and which is why it's so debilitating.
So is EDS a symptom of narcolepsy, or are they the same thing, or does everybody who has EDS have narcolepsy?
Oh, a very good question, Curtis. So, you know, everyone with narcolepsy has to have excessive daytime sleepiness. But just because you have excessive daytime sleepy does not mean you have narcolepsy. Simple things such as sleep deprivation, things like obstructive sleep apnea can have excessive daytime sleepiness, which is why going to see your physician will be very important. But if you think it's narcolepsy, let me say this. There is a website called morethantired.com, and it actually will tell you some tips and facts about narcolepsy. It will actually have a questionnaire, a screening questionnaire if you or a loved one may think you may have it. And more importantly, it will let you know where there's a sleep physician closest to you to help you get worked up.
I appreciate the info, Doc. Right now I'm okay, but I got a newborn coming in a few months, so I may need to talk to you about sleepiness. I appreciate it.
Congratulations and good luck with that, Curtis. And definitely look me up. I'll be happy to talk to you.
Very cool. And that was Jazz Pharmaceuticals that brought us that information.